Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to fold a dollar origami called Change of Heart. Now it looks really cool like this, but it is called a change of heart because a quarter fits perfectly right in the center. Just like that. Now I have a playlist full of dollar origami tutorials where I show you how to fold everything that I have here and more. I'll make sure to link to that in the description below as well as at the end of the video. Make sure to check that out. Now in this video I'm going to show you how to fold one that looks like this. And to do that we'll start with the front of the dollar facing up. But you could also fold one that looks like this if you start with the back of the dollar facing up. But again, we'll be folding one like this. First, we're going to valley fold along all four of the angle bisectors. So we'll bring this right edge down to the bottom edge. Make sure those edges line up all the way out to the corner. Then you can crease it down. And then unfold. Now line that right edge with the top edge. And crease that all the way out to the corner. And then unfold. And do the same thing on the left side. Let's bring that left edge up to the top. And unfold and bring it down to the bottom. And then unfold. Now you should have two X's. Now we'll turn the whole thing over. Next we're going to make two vertical creases that run right through the center of those X's. So we'll start on the right. We'll bring this right edge over to lie along where these two creases meet the edge of the paper. Just line these points up on the top and the bottom. And then crease that down and unfold. Now that creasing made should run right through the center of that X. Do the same thing on the left side. And then unfold. Now turn the whole thing over. Next we're going to collapse all those creases at the same time, so we'll start on the right side. Bring the two edges of that vertical crease and start to fold them in, and then all the creases should start to collapse at the same time. Just bring all those creases together and it should form a nice triangle. Then you can crease that down firmly. And do the same thing on the left side. Just form all those creases. And crease it nice and firm. Next we're going to swing these points out to the corner. So with this top point with just the one flap, we'll bring that point out to the point on the right. And crease that down. Do the same thing with the bottom point on the right. then repeat those steps on the left. Next, we're going to turn those into squash folds. So we'll start with this point right here. So swing that flap up and you'll notice a small pocket. If you spread those two layers apart, you can open that pocket up. And then this point that's right on top, you'll swing that straight down. And you'll notice that point lines up right in the center and it forms a perfect square. Should look like that when you're done. Now we're going to squash fold these other three flaps. Next, we're going to focus on this square in the top right. We're going to bring this bottom edge into lie along this crease that runs diagonally. So I'll show you what I mean. Crease it down just like that. Then do the same thing on the other side. The edges should line up with each other when you do that. Now we're going to turn those into squash folds. So we'll start with this lower one. We'll just open the pocket between those two layers and then squash it down symmetrically. If you look closely, there is a little crease that will lie right along an edge underneath it. And squash fold that other flap. If you're having trouble separating the layers, you can use some tweezers or just anything that you can poke in there to open those layers up. Now we're going to repeat all of those steps on the other three squares. So we'll bring these edges into the center. Then squash fold those. Next, we're going to make a mountain fold that runs directly where this edge is. So to do that, you can just pick it up and make a crease that runs right along that edge. I'll lay it down and show you what that looks like. Next, we'll take that new edge that we just made and bring it over to the edge on the right side. Then with this one, to make the crease nice and firm, you can turn it over. Next, we're going to swing this flap down as far as it will go, leaving these two flaps where they are. It should all line up symmetrically on the bottom, and then just crease that across. Next, we'll take these 2 points right here and valley fold them right along this edge. Just valley fold those points together like this. And then unfold that and tuck it inside. So if you open that flap up, tuck it into that pocket. That'll hold everything together. Next, we'll make a valley fold on the right to bring this point in. There's not an exact reference for this, but we'll fold it in about this much, just making it look like a heart shape. About like that. And do the same thing on the left. Try to fold it in the same amount as you did on the right. About like that. Now turn the whole thing over. Then the model's all done. Now if you take a quarter, it will fit perfectly into the center of that. So you'll be sliding it in under each of these little flaps here. If you just take it in, you can slide it under 2 flaps at once on the left, and then bring the flaps on the right up over it. I try to do this without making any new creases. Softly lift them up and bring them over. And that's why the model is called a change of heart. We are all done. Now, if you liked this video, make sure to subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.